Hello, YouTube. My name is Jake, and I am immediately just going to pass this over to our host for today, Jordan. Jordan, how you doing?
Excellent. Oh, today is a good day, Jake.
Today is
I
a good
cannot
day.
wait. I cannot wait.
Well, tell the people why.
Well, I'm pulling up so I can stay up to date with the chat. It's very important this episode
Jeez
that
Louise.
I'm in the loop because I will be hosting today's episode. It's our 2023 season 2 Book It episode.
Can't
And
wait,
I
boys.
I'm so excited. We got
Adam is
with
here.
us. Got Adam.
I'm here, people.
Adam,
excited.
you will not see Adam's face. I guess I could play around with this while we're sitting here.
Yeah.
Because, we're trying to get Adam to be here and his Wi-Fi stinks and it's easier when his face isn't shown for some reason. So here we are.
It gets more choppy, people. Come on.
Come here. Come on.
2024, and I've got the worst Wi-Fi in the world. I mean, well, probably.
It's truly remarkable, if we're being honest.
It really is.
It's amazing that it doesn't work.
Yes, it truly is.
All right. Hey, Jordan, you're supposed to be hosting right now, my friend.
Well, we haven't.
We're live on YouTube, youtube.com/the Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast.
Have you shared the link to the world, Jake? We ready to rock?
No, what? I'm sorry, we're just such a hot mess today, guys. What are you talking about, man?
No. Post it, let people know, let everyone come in.
I'm prepared.
Well, maybe it's just not working for me. I can't find it.
Oh, well,
All right.
Louise.
That's fine.
Well, Jamie's in the chat, so he's here right now. He says, Adam, you're looking good tonight. I like your dark tan. I can barely see you.
Yes, of course. Best I've looked in a while.
All right. Let's do this.
Jeez.
You ready to rock?
Jordan, you're such a bad
Ready.
host. All right.
Okay, well, wait till the timer starts, then I'm ready
All
to go.
Jordan,
Welcome
you're
back
beautiful.
to the Next Step Podcast. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for leading off like that. Welcome back, everyone, to the Next Step Podcast. I'm Jordan. I'm here
Oh
with
my
Jake.
God.
I'm here with Adam.
Hold on,
And
interrupting. What is the podcast called?
Next Step Fantasy Football
Which
Podcast.
you did not say. All right,
What'd I
moving
say?
forward. You just said
What'd
the
I say?
Next Step Podcast. This is why you don't host. Anyways, moving on.
Let's pretend like that didn't happen. I'll cut it.
Oh, no, you're
Cut
not
in
cutting it.
And editing. I'll cut it in editing.
Oh, no,
Welcome
no,
back
no.
to the Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast.
Wow, you got
I'm
it
Jordan.
right.
I'm here with Jake. I'm here with the coach, Adam. We are here to talk about our Season 2 Bookets. Over the last year, over the past season, we have made a combined 64 Bookets
Oh,
among
jeez.
ourselves. And oh boy, it's time to pay up.
Look, Jordan. If you don't mind me saying, we are live on youtube.com/Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast. And if you are there, you will see the graphic. You want to Oh, we lost Adam just that quick. Don't worry, I'm ready.
That's all right.
ready
He'll
to.
come back. He'll come back.
If you look at the
All right.
graphic, red's not good, and it's not good for your boy Jake.
Yeah. Another reason I'm very excited about this episode is because I got quite a few right this season. So it's a better look. So back by popular demand at the end of last season, one of our more popular episodes was our Book It episode. And so we're excited to share that with us today. But before we really get rolling, Jake, just a couple of quick things that I want to get your opinions on.
You got 1 minute.
Hot off
Go.
the press. Jim Harbaugh hired by the Chargers. How do you feel?
Great for Justin Herbert.
Great, love it. And then other coaching things. Raiders keep Antonio Pierce. Titans hire Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan. Belichick maybe is going to be with the Falcons. 2
Okay.
interviews already. We'll see. But more importantly, Jake, who you got this weekend?
Give me Ravens Niners. That was what I picked going into our last episode.
You still feel good about
I
it?
still feel good about it.
Still feel good about it. All right, I like what you're saying. All right, I think it's going to be the Chiefs. All right, here we go. It's time to get through our bookets. So on my side screen here.
Explain to the people what is a book.
Yeah. I got my side screen here. I have a combination of any time during the season one of us has felt so strongly about a take that we say, and you can book it, and then says their take. For example, this player will have this many yards. They'll finish in the top 10 this season in fantasy scoring, right? We kind of have a variety of different things to unpack here. When we feel that strongly about it, I'm over here taking notes on the side. Sometimes Jake likes to yell at me because my keys are too loud, but doesn't matter. I'm over here on the side. I'm typing these bookets down. I consolidate them all. I got names. I got dates. I got what the book it was. I got the outcome of it and how correct it was. So
Okay.
let me give you some categories here. We got, obviously, our correct takes. Great job. You nailed it.
I
Whole
don't got
season
many
goes
of
by.
those.
You got it right. We got our incorrects. You got our incorrects. Like, hey, these are just, wrong for whatever reason. And then we got your can't judges. Sometimes players get injured, and it's just like, okay, you can't judge that take. It could have been different if they played a whole season. And so we have a variety of those, as you can see in the graphic if you're looking, but I'll get to these as we go through. And I've called out just a couple of them that I'm calling 100% stale. Bad take. And they are so incorrect, it's painful. So, any questions,
boy.
boys, before I get going?
No,
Yeah.
can you both hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yep,
got
you're
you.
good.
I'm
And
good.
Adam, if you go away, you just pop back in. I got it all set up on the recording side. So,
Fantastic.
Jordan, I don't know how you plan on doing this, but do you want to? I was thinking, do you want to just run through the ones that don't count first?
Oh, no, I got them in a particular order, Jake.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Yeah,
What-
it's dates. They're grouped. Don't worry. I'm well prepared.
Okay.
I'm a good host. Yeah,
You
I'm a
know
good
how
host.
it is. It's my baby. I'm letting someone else do it. It's
I know. Yeah, that's why I prepared.
okay.
All right. So, we got to start, Jake, with you. I'm sorry to pick on you like this.
Can
but
I-
it was
can I
the
guess?
End... Yeah, you sure can.
Is it the Tony Pollard thing?
No.
Oh,
No. That's
there's
coming
worse?
later. Don't worry. No, there's way worse. The end of last season, Jake bets Adam and Jordan $1 and a Subway footlong sub,
Darn
which I'm
it.
coming for, by the way.
Oh, you each get 6 inches. Let's make that
Yeah.
clear.
End of last season. So this is like before we even get to the end of last season.
It would be like right
We're
now.
talking this time last year. Jake says if the 49ers get to the NFC Championship game,
Which they
Trey
did.
Lance will be the starter next year,
Gotta
even
have-
if Brock
Oh,
Purdy takes it to
boy.
the championship. So what's the outcome of that, Jake? That is the 49ers did in fact make it to the championship
So I'm
game.
half right.
And Trey Lance wasn't even on the team at the start of the year.
Yeah, I mean,
Traded to the Cowboys.
I was definitely on the I don't believe in Purdy thing, and I think since then I have talked about how I've come around to him. I was wrong in that. It's just
That's 100% stale take.
Thank you for saying
100%.
that.
yeah,
Ice cold.
ice cold.
All right. A couple of these two that I'm going to chat through were against each other. We each booked it on opposite sides. This next one is a perfect example. I said Teddy Bridgewater would not start on a team this year, which seemed like not that hot of a take. But Adam, on the other side, said, No, Jordan. I bet you $1 that he is a starting quarterback in the league this season. I want to let you know, Adam, Teddy Bridgewater took 2 snaps for the Panthers, or 2 snaps the whole year for the Lions. Versus the Panthers, they were both kneel downs at the end of the game. You're
Listen,
wrong.
people have to come in clutch on kneel downs too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, so if I'm keeping track so far, Jordan, you are currently you have 6 inches and $2.
And $2, yeah, sure do. Yep, and 1 correct take to both of your just stale, ice cold, terrible takes.
All right.
That was
All right.
ice cold. I'll admit it.
Yeah, that's a bad one. All right, let's just get into some more of the modest ones. Adam, you thought the Saints were going to host a playoff game this year. They missed the playoffs, but they finished second in the division. Wrong, but they were in it until the last week.
Yeah.
However,
Pretty
your
close.
takes about Derek Carr
Ugh.
and how he's a top 10 quarterback, over 30 touchdowns. You felt very strongly under 10 picks. However,
Yep.
Derek Carr 25 touchdowns, 8 picks. What are you going to do?
I
2v16.
just gotta say,
That's wrong.
Adam, you're not too far off.
Yeah.
You're like a little
Right,
off
maybe-
in the wrong direction on both of them.
Yeah,
What are you
maybe
gonna
I
do?
don't know quarterbacks though, guys. I don't know.
Oh, do you know who doesn't know quarterbacks? That would be our friend Jake over here.
Jesus.
Not that good at predicting young quarterbacks. He thought Bryce Young was the guy.
I did.
Better than
I
C.J.
did.
Stroud. And then he said, but it doesn't matter because Anthony Richardson's going to be the number 1 overall.
Okay, that's not fair.
You can
yeah, never mind.
Jake Hughes pick 4, and not just pick 4, the 3rd quarterback taken in the draft.
Yeah.
You were incorrect.
I was, looking back,
That's
I still
okay,
don't
though.
hate it. I really
Yeah.
don't. Like, no one thought C.J. Stroud was going to be this good.
I believe
No,
Adam didn't book it, but Adam has been on the C.J. Stroud.
I know
train
you
since
were.
the beginning.
You didn't
Yeah.
think this good, though.
No, I thought he'd be a stellar rookie, but he went above
Not
stellar,
like this.
man.
Yeah, not like this.
Yeah.
Not historic. Yeah, I agree.
No.
All right. This is also for a Subway sub.
Oh, jeez.
Me and Jake. So the rich keep getting richer over here.
Maybe. We'll see. What are you about to say?
Jake says, Jordan, I bet you a Subway sub that Andy Dalton will be a week 1 starter in the league.
When
I said,
did I say that?
March 16th, 2023.
So they had just signed him, or they were about to sign. Yeah.
Yep, they just signed him to the team. Bryce Young had been drafted, or was going to be drafted. It was been March, so no, he wasn't quite drafted yet.
Fine.
And
Hey, my favorite part of this is that Jordan has the dates to just come at us.
yeah, you can go back. I got dates. You can see Zach in the chat here saying the chicken's coming home to roost, and that is true. Yeah. So those keeping track at home, I now have a foot and a half of Subway sandwiches from Jake.
Hey, Adam.
And $2.
Hey, Adam. I don't know if you've noticed so far, but he's went over like 6 or 7 of these, and none of them make him look bad. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
Nope, I noticed. Yeah, there's a trend.
There's some red on his.
Yeah, not that much though. So
when you make the least amount of buckets, it looks better for you.
Jake, you want to check your numbers again? I have the same as
Hey,
Adam.
hey,
Oh my! Hold on.
hey, boys.
Hold on.
You
Adam.
play stupid.
Adam. This.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna swear. This guy over here says, "Oh, check your numbers. I have the same as Adam." With all due respect, Adam was gone for like 6 months.
Hey,
So
First of all,
don't give me
come on.
that.
Jake,
Hey,
you have like what?
self-control.
Jake, you have 4 more than me.
You get 4. Count them.
All right, Jake,
Listen,
this is a
you
bad.
play
This is a
stupid
bad look
games,
for you.
you win
This is a
stupid
bad look.
prizes, boys. You
Yeah.
play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Jeez.
Love that, Adam. Love that.
Well, keep it moving.
All right. So now we're gonna get into some more takes there. So our Jimmy G takes. Jake, this is the last super stale one for you. Just so bad. Jimmy G will play every game this season. You can book it, quote unquote, Jake, on March 25th.
Oh, good. It was early still.
It wasn't even
Nope.
injury related.
Oh, I'm glad that's how you responded to that, Jake, because you doubled down
Oh,
on May
no.
11th. And you say Jimmy G will be a top 25 quarterback. Injury does not null this take. That was you said he's playing every game. Injury does not null this take. I hate to break it to you. He played only 7 games this year and finished as quarterback 44. Those would be incorrect.
And didn't
Jimmy
get
G.
injured.
He did not get injured, no.
So, okay. Yeah, not looking good.
In a counter to that, I said, Jimmy G, you can book it. He's not in the top 30. And we had a whole argument about that back in March. And I was right.
You know, because I'm feeling attacked, I have to bring someone else down with me.
Yeah.
In the home league dynasty, I traded Jimmy Garoppolo away for pick 2-1 in this upcoming draft. So, I mean, that was a
Come
good
on, now.
return.
To who?
To who?
I was
To who?
Come on now. I needed a quarterback. Who could have seen him getting benched the next week, boys? Come on.
Me the whole time.
Well, you should have called me, Jordan.
See, listen, guys, we have a podcast, but we get some stuff wrong every so often.
Yeah.
We do.
Apparently,
We
with
do.
me a lot.
It's okay. I'm front loading some of these really hot takes. Also, just for the record,
Good.
back in March. These
Yes.
are takes like basically a year ago this time. So much unknown. So take that for what it's worth. This is just all for fun. I also said the Raiders are going to finish last in the division. You could book that. They finished second in the division. A surprising showing. Surprising showing by the Raiders.
I don't want to talk about the Raiders, please.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad that you say that because we got some more Raiders takes from Adam. Adam was really high on Devontae Adams. Even in June, end of June, Devontae Adams, 300 more yards than CeeDee Lamb, 3 more touchdowns. If Adam is wrong, he has to send Joey a sub. But that was a chat that happened in the conversation.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And Adam, I don't want
I
to
think
ding
you said
you.
Firehouse.
Yeah, it might have been a Firehouse sub, yeah. I don't want to ding you too much because we were talking about CeeDee Lamb in this, and you were like, oh, it's going to be like more than CeeDee Lamb. And that's like a tough take because CeeDee had such an incredible season. You know, you could have said anyone else. Like, you could have said Stephon Diggs, and it would be like way closer.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's CeeDee Lamb, he had 600 less yards than CeeDee Lamb. 4 less
Oh, my
touchdowns than CeeDee Lamb.
A 900-yard swing.
Yeah. Yeah. So the comp was the problem with this book it. The comp was the problem with this book it. I had a correct book it
Yes.
on the in contrast to that, where I said I don't think Devontae Adams is going to get 1,200 yards. He finished with 1,144, so just barely right for me.
Oh,
I think that's worth remembering because we had that was a really big talk we had during the draft this past year. Was that no one over the age of 31 had ever done it?
hey, to be fair, he had Aiden O'Connell throwing him
Doesn't
the ball
matter.
and had
He
1,100
didn't
yards.
do
That's
it.
impressive.
Yeah, and that was better than if Jimmy G was throwing him the ball. I do
We'll
want to let
see.
you know.
What would have been? Who knows? Maybe.
So anyway, we polarizing opinions. I find that when we disagree, we book it a lot of things when we disagree on this podcast. So let's talk about the Cowboys a little bit. All right. So speaking of the comp to CeeDee Lamb, let's get into some Cowboys stuff. Jake, immediately after the Cowboys trade for Brandon Cooks in March, on March 25th, we have an episode. The Cowboys trade Brandon Cooks for a 5th-round pick this year and a 6th-round pick next year. All right. Jake says that's a wide receiver 3, top 25. You can book it because you love Brandon
I
Cooks.
love Brandon Cooks, man.
You love him. He finished wide receiver 35.
35. He
not
came
bad.
on. He came on a lot stronger towards the end of the year.
I agree. I think the end of the season, this could have been a really bad look, but the end of the season,
He really
did
saved
great.
it.
Yeah. He's for the playoffs, for the fantasy playoffs.
I'd be curious to know what he finished as for the last 8 weeks of the season. I'm not sure. I don't think that's something you'd have to look that up, but he definitely came on later on. Maybe I was a bit overzealous, if you will. But I mean, we still didn't overdraft.
Sometimes you're blinded.
Well, it's not like we overdrafted him because of that. You know what I mean?
You were saying wide receiver 3. He ended up being a wide receiver 4.
And he was drafted as a wide receiver 4.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
You blinded by love.
always.
Brandon Cooks will have less than 4 TDs, says Adam. That was his take on Brandon Cooks. He was not high on Brandon Cooks, who had 8 touchdowns at the end of the year.
Idiot.
Three of those came in the last 2-3 weeks of the season. So
Unreal.
Stupid.
yeah, so it's close.
Come on, man.
You want to talk about?
Now we good.
Yeah. You want to talk about stupid takes?
Let's talk about him.
I said that CeeDee Lamb is not it this year. He'll finish outside the top 5.
Whoops.
Bad look. He finished as wide receiver 1. So that's a pretty stale take out of Jordan this year. Yep. So,
Oofta.
Yeah. Yep. Here comes another stale Jordan take. This is me, quote unquote, I'm even more hyped for Justin Fields this year in fantasy. He's a top 3 quarterback. You can book it. Take it to the bank. He played 13 games, finishes QB 18. I wanted to say you can't judge because he didn't play the whole season, but that feels cheap.
Even if he does, he's not.
He would not have made it. Yeah. Yep.
He'll be really interesting to watch this upcoming offseason. Especially, can I make a book it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah.
Well, this isn't like a big one. I think he ends up in Atlanta, though. I think that's like the best possible spot for him.
You've already made that book.
Brought that up.
You've already made that. We'll talk about it at the end here, Jake. That was a book it from earlier this year, too.
Oh, love it. Go team.
Yeah, we'll get
Boys, real quick, I want to interject. There was a 3-team trade possibility by an analyst. He did a mock draft that sent Fields to the Falcons, can't remember the quarterback to the Broncos, and it was like Tua to the Broncos, and it was like a 3-team trade between the Falcons, Dolphins, and Broncos. I'm like, I don't mind that.
Well, what'd the other team get?
I don't remember.
Okay, this is great. Quickly interrupting Jordan Adam, John, for his birthday wish this week. Could I please get Jordan Adams' pick for the Royal Rumble? That's this Saturday.
What? This always turns into WWE shows.
Hey,
somehow.
The Rock is gonna win it. I know.
He's rumored to play or face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania this year.
Wow, I think it's going to be the second guy you just said.
Roman Reigns? He's going to come in and win it? All right. And then Jamie says, to be fair, Fields was QB 9 by points per game. So.
All right.
Oh, not that bad.
All right, keep it moving.
Maybe
got like a million of these.
All right, moving right along. This one we'll just breeze kind of through. Jake, you and I had a very big discussion on April 1st. We had this big debate between Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, and Kyler Murray. And for the life of me, I can't remember the context of why we got really into this. But we both had really strong bookets about who would finish ahead of each other in this order.
Yeah.
You said it's going to be Kyler, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith. And I said, no, it's going to be Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, Kyler Murray.
We're both wrong.
We're both wrong, but
Okay.
like everyone was hurt. Kyler didn't play part of the year, so I said can't judge for that. But weirdly confident takes back in April. For us on that.
This is a great example of those. Like you see those memes where it's like a girl and they're talking to another girl and it's like, our boyfriends just sit there and talk about random sports players for hours. That's literally something we did. Not the players' names, but just like we talk about, 3 QB 20s for 20 minutes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all like, Geno had a
it's
good
necessary,
season.
though.
It's necessary.
It's what the people want. It's what the people want. Yeah. Also, I was really high on Daniel Jones. He's gonna be a top 10 quarterback again this year. Didn't happen.
He won't even be their starter next year.
Probably not. It's Tyrod Taylor
No.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
But I gave myself
Tyga.
this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said can't judge to this, but I feel bad about it. He only played 6 games, so I was like, well, you can't judge him. He didn't. He only played the whole season. But like, it feels like that's definitely a bad take. Daniel Jones was playing pretty poorly,
Look,
right?
retrospect. You're looking at
Right,
it going,
yeah.
that was just not what I wanted to do.
Not a good take.
Yeah.
Another one I felt was Kenny Pickett. He's a top 20 quarterback for sure. That's a
I hate
QB
Kenny
31.
Pickett.
Uh,
I traded
but I
for
said
Kenny
he-
Pickett too. It's just-
yeah.
He was bad, though.
He was bad. He only played 12 games. Again, QB 31, only 12 games on the season. I said can't judge, but he was only averaging 10 points a game. Not
Yeah.
good.
It was
Right.
not good. No, and especially when you have Pickens and Najee Harris and Deontay Johnson. He had weapons. Pat Fryermuth. Those are decent weapons.
Yep.
He's just
Pat Fryermuth is not, but I agree, kind of.
okay. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for interjecting there. Keep going, Jordan. Jesus.
Oh, man, this is getting out of hand quickly. All right.
Yes,
Adam, want to hear a stale take of yours?
I really do. Yes.
Jacoby Brissett will start the whole year, and they'll make the playoffs.
Oh no! Oh my Lord, Adam!
You idiot!
I'll take that idiot comment. That's an idiot comment for sure.
Yep. Just to tell you how the outcome was, Brissett only played in 3 games, and the Commanders finished with the second worst record in the NFL.
Oh my
Yep, my bad, listeners. Do not listen to me when I talk about Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, that's another one where you're blinded by love.
Yeah,
like
hold
it's
on.
like Jake and Brandon Cooks.
Hold on. Adam's got hot takes, buckets about 2 backup quarterbacks.
Really?
Also, Jamie jumps in here and says Derrick Henry had more touchdown passes than Kenny Pickett. It felt like.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. That's rough. What I've learned is Adam's all about the locker room guys.
Oh, yeah.
He wants the guys.
I am.
Yeah, he feels really strongly about those good locker room personalities.
I really do. Yes.
Adam says Joe Burrow will be a top 2 quarterback this year. Hard to
Oh.
judge.
Hard to
Injuries.
judge. Got hurt.
Yeah. Yep.
Golly, yeah.
Jameson Williams, top 35 wide receiver. Adam,
Oof.
where do you think he finished?
Ooh, let me guess.
36.
I'm gonna guess 48.
77.
77.
Oh
Oofda.
my Lord.
So yeah, that's 24 receptions, 350 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's stale.
Yikes.
All right, Adam, I think this next one's your hottest take of the whole year.
All right.
In 2022, Allen Robinson played 10 games. He had 330 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
He then got traded to the Steelers, and you said you can book it. He will do worse than he did in 2022. And
Come
we
on
said
now.
that's crazy. He didn't even play the whole year. What are you talking
You
about?
hit on that, didn't you?
He played all 17 games this year.
Come on,
280
baby.
yards, no
I
touchdowns.
love that.
Yes. Let's
He played
go.
more and did way worse. Yeah.
Let's go.
May 4th, 2023. Excellent.
May the 4th be with you.
Ah.
A-Rob broke my heart too many times, boys.
Yep. Jake, how do you think Odell did?
I don't think he finished as a wide receiver 2. Let me say that.
Yeah. Gonna be top 20 with the Ravens. You can book it.
I
Where do
felt
you
good
think he
about
finished?
that. 44.
63.
Jesus.
Marginally better than Allen Robinson.
Blinded by love again, Jake.
Yeah.
Blinded by love. I'm gonna stop. You know what? Going into next year, I'm just every guy I love, like on name value, I don't give a crap. I don't even like him anymore.
Yeah.
Unless Tyrod Taylor's named starter week 1, then I'm in on that.
There you
You're
go.
all in a Tyrod. Yeah. Kadarius Toney, top 20 wide receiver, Jake. That was your book it.
Oh my Lord.
Where do you think he
God,
finished?
I don't even want to. 100.
119.
He was such a disappointment this year. Just
He had more
crazy.
drops than catches, dude.
He had more drops than catches.
I don't
guessing.
think that's true.
I'm
I don't think
guessing.
that's true, but that's close. Yep.
Oh.
Jake, back in May, we're talking about ADPs, and you were high on Michael Pittman. He was you said it's going to be higher than the 8th round. People who drafted him 8th round, you thought it was going to be higher. He was going in the 6th, 7th round by the end of it.
All
So
right.
that's a humble bucket.
Yeah.
Correct, though. Jake, George Pickens going to be a top 20 wide receiver this year.
That was tied to my love of Kenny Pickett. I still think
Oh.
I still think the talent is there 100%. Depending on what they do at quarterback this upcoming season, I think that's very feasible. He obviously did
When he feels like it. When he feels like it.
Oh, geez. He didn't run after a pick one time, and now Coach Adams like, I'm out.
He didn't block how many guys this year? I'm just saying.
I felt like I almost should have given this to you, Jake, because even with spotty quarterback play, he finished as wide receiver 23.
Oh,
And
never
he
mind.
was
I'm counting that as a win.
3 points away from wide receiver 20.
Okay, if you guys
He
want,
was so close.
does that
it's
show?
incorrect.
Does that
It's
show in the
incorrect.
red?
That
Though?
is it. Yes.
Oh man, that's terrible.
It's incorrect.
I don't feel bad about it.
Get it right, or
Get
I don't
it
know what to tell. I see over here in the chat that Zach's giving me a hard time about
I think
me saying that the Packers were going to lose, and they ended up dominating the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
Sorry, Zach, but yeah,
Ooh,
I gotta own that one.
Jamie says Pickens is a baller. He'll be fine with a good quarterback, like Russ.
Oh,
I
fine.
love that. If that happened, Mike Tomlin with Russell Wilson, I love
Oh, please,
Wow.
please let it happen and be disappointed. Still
If that happens, I can't wait for them to go, 9-8, and just barely squeak into the playoffs to lose in the
Pittsburgh
first round.
country.
All right. Yeah.
that. Yep. Let's wrap.
All right.
Let's roll.
Here we go. It's time for me to take some medicine. April 1st, I say Mike Evans, not going to get 1,000 yards
Don's
this
ready.
season.
Don already said something in
His
the chat.
streak-
He's ready.
His streak, I said, Baker or Trask doesn't matter, not going to get 1,000 yards.
Oof, tough.
He did it handily. He had 1,000 yards with many games to spare. Finished almost 1,300, 13 TDs, 79 receptions. He was wide receiver 4 on the year.
Ah,
Yikes.
Wow.
And for those of you who are Patreon members, you get your own bookets in this,
That's
in
right.
this list. You've made bookets of Patreon members. Let's remember that going into this next year. Don, he says Mike Evans is going to be a top 10. Still 1,000 yards. You can book it. Nailed it. Wide receiver 4.
nice,
Nailed it.
Don.
Way to go, Don.
One of our OGs right there.
Yeah, also one of our OGs, Joey. You had a booklet. Let's toss that one in there. You felt so strongly about. And I'm sorry to say, Joe Mixon not cut by the Bengals.
He
before the
was
season
not
started. He played all 17 games, started all 17, and finished as running back 6 for them. So I'm
Oof,
sorry.
That was
you
a
were
quietly good season. I wouldn't have guessed 6.
incorrect. Yeah, so I'm excited to throw that in more in this next season for some more bookets there.
Yes.
All right, let's hustle through some of these ones for the Broncos here, Adam, because you're not going to like them. All right.
Boy.
2 Broncos receivers will be over 100 yards. You can book it. No Broncos receiver
1,000
was
yards?
over 1,000 yards. Yep. None was over
Oh.
1,000 yards.
That's rough.
Yeah, the closest, Sutton, 772. Yeesh.
That's good. That's good.
Javonte Williams, going to be a top 10 running back. You can book
I
it.
knew this was coming. I
Running
knew
back
it.
32. Yeesh.
He was the worst starter.
He scored 2 touchdowns all year.
Yep. 3. Don't sell him short.
Oh, all right.
Put some respect.
All right. Russell Wilson, he's going to have 30 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns. Not so bad. He had
Not so
28
bad.
passing and 3 rushing, but he
I-
was
Yeah,
benched
it's
with
close.
2 games left.
We talked
Yep.
about this on the
Could've
podcast,
been.
how they've done him dirty. He was
Hey,
good.
John, my cousin John, I still got to wear that Raiders shirt that he's making for me with his wife's printer or whatever, so I'm going to bite the bullet on that one.
Oh,
Okay.
we're first step of the season. You're wearing the
Yeah.
Raiders jersey.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
I might be
here's,
sick.
Here's
Bad
my
internet.
all-time. Yeah, bad internet. Can't do it. Here is my all-time best take of the whole season, right here. October 10th, 2023. I said, Russ is going to get benched. You can book it.
Ooh.
This is middle of the season. He's playing well, and I say he still is going to get benched. Guess what? Benched for Jarrett Stidham. right on the money.
Jarrett,
Instead-
You guys
Stidham we
didn't believe
trust.
me.
Jarrett Stidham is a QB killer.
Yes, he is.
Great QB1.
But if you want his jersey, make sure you fill out the survey on our Facebook page.
Yes,
call
yes.
out. Great call out. All right. Adam, a healthy Ryan Tannehill will start every game this year for the Titans. Only started 8. He was healthy for some of them. I think Will Levis played great though. So,
Yes, yeah.
Adam, Trevor Lawrence gonna have 5 rushing touchdowns. He had 4. But
Oh my lord!
I said Calvin Ridley's gonna have 1,000 yards, and they will have 2,000-yard receivers on the Jags. Ridley had 1,016.
Oh,
Squeaked right in.
You're right.
The next closest, Evan Ingram, 963.
No, he doesn't count.
Oh,
He's not a receiver. He's a tight end.
Christian
He is
Kirk had
receiving the pass.
778.
I will say this: Christian Kirk doesn't miss the last few games. I think
He
he
hits it.
Yeah.
He only played 12
Yes.
games, so yep. I was really high on the Jags this year, so I had all these Jag buckets. Travis Etienne will have more than 50 receptions. Correct. 58. And then I said Trevor Lawrence will get 10 points in MVP voting. The MVP vote hasn't been released. I'm going to confidently say that. That's pretty safe. Yeah. On the topic of quarterbacks, Jake,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be a top 6 quarterback. You
That's
can book
not
it.
fair.
Oh.
Put that
Can't
in the
judge it.
category. Thank
Can't
you.
judge. Can't judge. Can't judge.
No, I think with how much of a clown Rodgers has been at times, I think that's a stale take.
I don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Keep going.
I know, I'm
All
sorry.
Jake, this might have been one of your better takes of the whole offseason.
About time.
Back in May, Tyreek Hill will have more points than he did last year. And he finished last year with like 282 in this source that I checked, top 3.
Yeah.
And he finished with like 50 more than he did
Yeah, he killed
last
it.
year. Excellent take. Adam, another excellent Miami Dolphins take. If Tua
All right.
stays healthy, he will throw for 4,500 yards.
Wow.
Only 3 quarterbacks threw for over 4,500 yards this year, and Tua was one of them at 46.4.
Boom goes the dynamite,
Most in
baby.
the NFL. Most in the NFL. Excellent.
Let's
take.
go.
Jake, some conflicting Jordan Love opinions this year.
Hey, I don't think he.
He's a mobile quarterback. He can rush as much as he wants. 500 yards, easy. You can book it.
I remember that.
Jacob started report. He had 247. And my book it'll be closer to 200 than it is to 500. I was
Ooh.
correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
That's more Subway sandwiches. Jake.
Did I bet a sub on that one?
Yep.
No, you already owe me a couple.
I already got
Oh.
18 inches of subs coming your guys' way.
18 inches.
Also, in all of this, we were talking about the Packers, and Jake, you and I felt like the Packers were going to finish last in the division.
Yeah.
Adam was the only believer. He said Jordan Love's going to have over 28 passing touchdowns. We thought he was crazy.
He killed
They
it.
sure did.
He killed it.
Jordan Love, 32 passing TDs, and he made the playoffs. Adam did have a caveat saying they might still miss the playoffs. I'm giving you a pass because that's a great Jordan Love.
We'll give you
yeah,
that
man.
one, Adam.
Thank you.
I say Romeo Doubs, most targeted receiver on the Packers this year, and he was by 2.
Oh.
96 to 94, Jaden Reed. had
Very
94.
interesting that the
Wow.
Packers had a different leading receiver every month of the season.
Yeah, I love that. That for my Packer fandom,
Yeah.
that's a hype. Yeah. All right, I got like 10 more here.
All right,
and
come on.
They
All
get
right.
good.
Well, let's get
Jake.
through them. I'm being yelled at.
Quote unquote, I love Miles Sanders. You can expect 1,200 yards, 40 receptions. He'll have a better year than last. And I said,
Wow.
in the ultimate betrayal, Sanders finished with 432 yards and 1 TD. That's incorrect.
That's
Jake.
poetic.
I'm sorry.
That is poetic, boys.
I can feel my chest starting to hurt.
Oh.
I talked for an entire calendar year about how I don't like this man. And then he goes to Carolina. I'm thinking, all right, you know what? I was wrong. And then he just I'm trying
Blows up.
I don't have the words to say on this family friendly podcast. He just destroyed me in ways I don't want to talk about. And it's the Chuba Hubbard show, apparently.
Mhm.
So I was wrong. I hate you, Miles Sanders. Move on.
All
Back
right.
to hating. Love it.
Wow, this is Jake. You're just writing this script for me because let me
Perfect.
tell you about a running back that you definitely don't hate, Tony
Oh.
Pollard.
I love Tony
Here it
Pollard.
comes.
Multiple bookets from Jake
Oh,
in
jeez.
multiple months. He could not keep away. Tony Pollard, will be a top 3 running back. Tony Pollard will have over 12 touchdowns. Neither of those happened.
What a letdown.
He finished as running back 18, and he only had 6 touchdowns.
What a letdown.
Jake, though, did say that Dak was going to clean up his interception game after having a career high, and he said it'll be under 10. Adam, you said no. It's going to be more than 15, and he had 9 on the year.
I lost Adam for a sec there.
He had 9 on the year.
All right, keep going.
Jake, you thought the Cardinals were going to win at least 3 games. I thought that was crazy. They did win with a Week 17 win over the Eagles. Got their 4th W on the season.
They did it for me.
Yep. Here you go, Jake. Me and you, a nice little conflict about Jahmyr Gibbs. You said that he would have more than 60 receptions. I said he would have less than 60 receptions. And
54.
He had 52 receptions on the year. So, but he finishes running back 10 behind a running back 9, David Montgomery.
Yeah, Lions,
2 top
10
10s for the Lions. I love that for them. Adam, another great Ken Walker take here. Last year, if you remember, he had the perfect Ken Walker take. He nailed it like on the nose to the yard, basically. You said you're going to have at least 10 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards. He had 9 touchdowns and over 1,000 total yards, but he got hurt and he only played 15 games. So that's a can't judge, but I like it. Adam's still high on Derrick Henry's top 5. He finished in top 5. Way to go. Khalil Herbert, Jake, top 20 running back. He did not. Running back 41.
What a bum.
All right, last 3 here. Zay Flowers, best wide receiver on the Ravens, is what I said. Nailed it. Next best, he was wide receiver 30. Next best, Odell at wide receiver 63.
Nice. You nailed wide receiver 30.
I just said he was going better. Yeah, you thought Odell was going to be a wide receiver 2, Jake. Okay. So relax. Yeah. All right, and then last 2 can't judges here that I just want to put out into the ether. Kyler Murray or Justin Fields will be the quarterback in New England. The other one will be in Atlanta, was Jake's take. And I said it's too soon to say. One's going to New England, one's going to Atlanta.
I don't think one's going to New England.
That? Okay, just Atlanta.
Atlanta
sounds like Kyler's staying.
And Kyler's staying, so I think Fields ends up in Atlanta.
Yep. And then the last one here, Jake, you said Belichick will be traded this offseason.
Ah, boo.
And I said can't judge, but you were right that he's gone. You were kind of in that conversation of, hey, he's going to be gone. He won't stay. November 30th, 2023.
Okay.
All right.
I went in on Belichick, so I'm glad I was right that it was time to be done.
So we gave you a can't judge. Anyway, take a look. We'll make sure we get that graphic posted. A great year. And there were some incorrects there, but some of those were razor thin margins, which I really do love. So keep an eye out for us to keep booking things. Again, Patreon members, think about it. Everyone gets kind of their one really hot take, book it, and I'll keep a log of it, and we'll keep it in for next year.
Excellent.
Jordan, thank you for hosting. That was a fantastic job.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks.
You did a great job.
Guys.
Let me take over here. So like we've mentioned, we've been live here all season on YouTube at youtube.com/the Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast. Keep an eye on YouTube or on Facebook, where we'll be posting over the next few weeks. Super Bowl, just football talk, right? And then we will be back in March. We're going to be making. We have a meeting. We're going to be doing some changes, some just fun stuff. If you have an idea, make sure you fill out the survey. We have a survey. It's on our Facebook page. I'll make sure to post it again. And then every time anyone who fills it out has a chance to win a Jarrett Stidham signed Auburn jersey. So
excellent.
But yeah, we appreciate everyone being around this whole entire year. Another season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Way to go.
2
hey, I'd like to just say, for all of you who stayed loyal and realized I was a real person coming back now and then, thank you for believing in me. I will be back more. Part of our meeting, we're going to discuss just me being around more.
The logistics.
Logistics.
Yes, I will be around.
Yeah, we really fill out those surveys. We take them seriously. Every off season, we want to make sure we do something to improve going into next season. So we come back in March with a vengeance.
Yes.
With a vengeance, yeah.
All right, boys. You got anything else you want to say?
Go Broncos. Go Tigers. Go Twins. Go Irish, baby.
Jordan?
Nick? Dave?
Perfect way to end. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Take care. Be good.